Okay, our last episode, gentlemen. You guys pushed your way deeper into this underground chasm, this underground complex, which you now all understand to be a tomb, which Clagone Brolin was trusted with guarding. Sometime recently, a bunch of greenskins or undead, it isn't very clear, truth be told, have snuck in, taken this underground castle tomb for their own, and you guys have ended up pushing your way through the deep underground, attacking this greenskin faction and defending yourselves from them, and chasing them all the way into this deep castle siege, and found yourselves in the midst of it. You gentlemen, your plan of attack was simply to follow in through where you saw other greenskins moving. The battle raged on for quite some minutes and ended up with quite a few high casualties on both sides, seemingly. Got both goblin greenskin and undead slain in great numbers. And you guys had little opposition as you snuck your way through a sapper's tunnel underneath the perimeter and emerged in a castle courtyard. You guys were being chased by filthy goblins and put them to heel, sealing off said passageway. Gained the attention of the orc war boss, who was more than happy to proclaim his disdain from you guys cutting down all of his goblin reinforcements. That was when you heard the familiar southern drawl of one Iron Burnbath, who made himself known to Mandion Gelden once again, a history seemingly between these two. And a bit of a combat exchange ensued before another robed and masked figure made himself known over Mr. Burnbath's shoulder. Ulzgud and Grishlak, the orc war boss, are locked in a deadly combat. And that is where we will pick up from now. Let's see. As said, Mr. Grishlak, you are up upon the battlement, or Master Ulzgud, you are fighting with one Grishlak, the orc war boss, upon the battlements. Skeezewell, Binbag, and Clagone, you guys are upon the stairs, and Mandion, you are at the base of the stairs leading up to this exterior wall. Your attention faced toward Master Burnbath and his strange compatriot. It's at this time that you can see Mandion Gelden. A flash of purple light. Almost a bead of energy that flies out from the two figures. One, Burnbath, and his strange companion. The purple light flies off into the air and almost dimly sets away before all of a sudden, crack! A devastating ray of purple lightning thrashes down into the ground over in the corner of the courtyard, blinding everyone. It's an intense light that lasts for quite a few seconds and sucks all... You guys can feel almost the fields of the magical energy that surrounds you guys and allows those of you who are able to cast spells naturally to do so. It almost vanishes for a second or two. This energy so powerful that it just snuffs out everything around it. This magical surge, and then there's silence. Mandion Gelden, you have but a few moments after this bright, intense light is cast upon you guys, where you can see these large stones emanating from Mr. Burnbath, who has evidently cast a spell of some kind. And that is where we will transition to the party now. Mandion, you put your arms back down away from your face, looking back from where this blinding light came from, as these large stones come penetrating out of the ground, up along the battlements, along Clagone, Brolin, and Ulzgud. Master Clagone and Master Bone-Breaker, I'll need you guys to make dexterity saving throws as these 10-foot by 10-foot, 6-inch wide slabs of stone come peering up out of the ground. What do we got, boys? What do we got? Ooh, Clagone, very good. Ulzgud, very good. Clagone, with very little time to react, and Ulzgud, your attention being focused in this direction. Clagone, you took the hints that your friend is putting off in front of you, his attention drawn to something over your shoulder, and instinctually hop over to the side, getting out of the way of this large stone wall that protrudes over aside you, pushing you over to one side. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you do the same, following in suit. It's easy, you see it coming. And you are separated from your melee opponent, now with this large wall of stone blocking off all visibility at this time.
Okay.
You are seemingly not in melee combat any longer. Mandion Gelden off from over yonder, towards the direction from which you let loose a firebolt before and pierced your opponent. You can hear ringing out the horrific southern drawl of your nemesis. Confound it all, I done missed. Damn you, Mandion Gelden. You'll be seeing me again soon. And there is where the combat will now officially pick up. We are top of the round, 6th round in combat. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you are starting us off, my friend. You are separated. These large 10-foot slabs of magical stone, keeping you separated from your target that you had your eyes set upon.
Indeed.
Yes, please.
Ulzgud is going to... for now, he's going to group up with the boys at the bottom of the battlement.
Lost in a rage and your tunnel vision honing in on that target, all of a sudden having these blockades, even though you're in a frenzy, you're losing your target, you start scanning around at your perimeter and see that you're relatively in the comfort of your friends and reposition down to face potentially the new source of this magical energy that came from somewhere over yonder. Anything else, my good man? You can see... Yes.
Ulzgud is going to ask if any of the party has any more battle juice as in a potion.
Okay.
I'm like pretty close by, right? Can I respond to this?
Oh yeah. You guys are all in a very tight, close battle proximity now. So you guys all hear as Ulzgud rings out the need for potentially a potion of healing, and he does look quite bloodied as well at this time.
I look through my bag and I'm able to find one measly health potion.
Ooh, okay, all right. Because you, Mandion Gelden, and Ulzgud, your turns are sequential. You guys can really act in tandem here without it affecting the action economy too much. So I will allow a handoff, Mandion Gelden, if you want to use your bonus action right now to pass that bitch off to Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you certainly may.
I'll relinquish it. And
Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, I'll allow you to use the remainder of your turn consuming said health potion.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Excellent. You can roll 2d4 plus 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 2d... Yeah, 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, to...
Regular old one.
Yes! To see what you get back, baby. Ooh, not too bad.
Solid 6.
Yeah, a bit more on the medium side.
I think I've literally gotten 3 of these in a row, so I'll take it.
Okay, alright, excellent. Alright, with that being all set, Master Bone-Breaker, you certainly feeling a bit better, a bit of your slashes and gouges and that large cut that was diagonal across your chest from that large orc has buffered out a little bit, and your bleeding sort of coagulated and stemmed. Mandion Gelden, you've expended your bonus action to give your compatriot a health potion. What furthermore, my good man?
My rage leads me to launch a lightning bolt at Euron Burnbath
Oh, goodness gracious.
Indeed.
with my lightning launcher.
Oh, very good.
I try to
So
catch
be
him
it.
off guard, launching immediately after passing this potion. Oh, Sam, nice picture.
Oof, trying to do so. You are a bit focused on giving Ulzgud your health potion and snapshotting back to try to return the fire to Burnbath over yonder, slightly cloaked in shadow. And this goblin over here is kind of like jumps and hops almost in the way of your line of fire, and it sort of distracts you off your mark. And the shot rings wide, ricocheting off and striking a bit of the large stone, beautiful, quiet castle that is looming over the field of battle. No effect.
Shit.
Anything else, Mr. Gelden? You have all your movement if you desire to use any of it.
Oof. No.
Okay, you remain stationary. This goblin, unsure of what to do and dodging out of the way of your amber-colored, crazy lightning bolt launch that twists through the air just over his head. He lost in the battle and very unsure of where any of his comrades could be at this time. He scrambles toward the road, aimlessly. Just from over yonder on the other side of this large stone wall, you can hear the sound of the horn from that you've heard before. And in almost of a different tone and call than before. And you can hear the sound of a mighty axe blow ripping into a skeleton upon the other side of said wall as well. Oof, not as good, actually. Thank God he can make 2 attacks. Devastating the skeleton, a pile of bones flying just into the periphery of Clagone and Skeezewell. You
gotta
guys
hit
can
him again before it regenerates.
Clagone and Ulzgud from over yonder. You guys can hear. The battle is lost. They're too powerful. We must flee. And that is all you can make out.
Phew.
Clagone, Brolin, you are up. Certainly not locked in melee combat with anyone at this time. What would you desire to do?
I do have a quick question. Now that the orc is gone, do I get to change target on my hunter's mark, or does that end my spell?
Let me see.
Because I mean, I only get to change it if they drop to 0, but it doesn't say anything about fleeing.
True, yes, yep. Your hunter's mark is bound to that creature, and you are unable to manually change it to your will, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's all right.
As you likely suspected.
In that case, I'll end concentration and then make my way down the steps and prepare for what comes.
Ah, very good. Seeing that potentially that large orc is no longer going to be a threat to you or your party, you cease thinking about his presence.
I will, however. Actually, no. That'll be it for now.
Okay, all right, very good. Throughout the rest of the turn, you guys can hear as the shuffling and quivering and chirping of various goblin tones and screeches can be heard from not too far away at all. And it's all dissipating, getting fainter and quieter. This goblin that lies just before you, anyone who's able to notice it, Ulzgud, I think you may just be able to see this goblin. This goblin also flees. Seemingly all the greenskins are fleeing from the field of combat at this time in a full retreat.
Damn.
Skeezewell Binbag, you are up. Your party has gathered and are recuperating, as there's a bit of a magical exchange occurring in the center of the field of battle.
Well, Skeezewell, because he has such a low initiative on this one, he's still looking for the health potion at this point. So he's going to stop doing that now. Oh, bloody hell, there's no shit in here, is there? Skeezewell, also I want to mention that when the giant flash happened, Skeezewell, definitely wanted to check the bird in that moment to make sure the bird is okay.
Yeah.
But that's already elapsed.
Well,
So
yeah,
that
okay.
has happened. I don't know if the bird is okay or not. It was kind of like a haste thing, but
Your shielding stance could very well have been you sliding your hat over your eyes and your forehead with the chick concealed in it, and in that case, doing so, you would have found the chick to be in no worse for wear, shielded beneath the fine felt of your thick hat.
okay, good. So next order of business is Skeezewell does hear these cries of foul magic. Excuse me one moment.
Cries of foul magic.
Foul magic, he does. He smells it and it takes him a second. He says, "Hold on a bloody second." And he turns. Witnessing.
What can you see? You can see a scampering goblin or two. They just look like they're fleeing and are certainly of no immediate threat. And then you see two robed figures. One of whom looks like you can see the dissolving of a scroll nearby in the air, a very familiar sight to you. It appears they just expended a spell scroll of some kind. And the other one over yonder in the background, you can see the slight shimmering of a purple magic, which seems far more insidious to you, just by its very nature.
Okay. Skeezewell, enraged, casts Firebolt at this shadowy mage.
Ooh, far
is that
over
even
yonder.
in range? Yeah, is that in range? I can't see.
How are you looking? Refresh me on the
So
120.
benefits of
Firebolt's
your.
120.
What's up with your
But-
spell sniper ability? Does that double it? Please double check to see if Firebolt
I'm not-
benefits. I imagine so.
So distant spell. When you cast a spell that has range 5 feet or greater, you spend one sorcery point, but that's not the one. Spell sniper.
Yes.
When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. So if 120 is the default range, then I have a range of 240.
LOL.
It is not needed in this case. He is 105 feet away. Oh, I'm sorry. Which target is that in particular, Mr. Binbag?
The closer one.
Okay,
Skeezewell's
yep.
enraged. He can't differentiate between power levels.
Okay, 105 feet away. Very good.
So I'm gonna cast that now.
Please do, yes. With no hindrance. The target is a bit shadowed, but the illumination now that is in this castle courtyard space is plentiful enough for you to allow a shot to ring off. It scrapes right past the shoulder of your mark that you had in mind and pops against the palisade. Your small, twirling baseball-sized firebolt, unfortunately, has no effect.
Skeezewell cries out, "Face me!" as loud as he possibly can,
Huh? Very good.
daring these wizards and their dark magics.
A serious threat.
And Skeezewell is too enraged to move. He's just standing at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Stoically and ferociously looking upon these other sources of magical casters, we find ourselves at the top of the round. During this interval, muffled voices can be heard. I'd like everyone to make a perception check. Though the sound of combat has dulled down to almost nothing. Hot dog, hot diggity dog, Mandion Gelden. We love to see it.
Can't say.
Your sonar receptors in your suit are calibrated excellently today. and you manage to pick up every last drop of conversation, along with Clagone, Brolin, and Skeezewell Binbag. Ulzgud, you're a bit fixated on the motion of the battlefield, and then the sound of distant murmuring, muffled voices is hardly a concern for you. Those of you with perception higher than 15 hear over yonder. Come, you fool! Waste no more of your spells. Let us leave this place. Oh, yeah. Yes, boss. You can see Burnbath turn over toward this figure, who at this time draws a purple ring into the air and hops through it, vanishing from sight. See you later, Mandion Gelden. Mr. Burnbath follows forth into this purple ring of magical energy that seals behind the two figures. They have seemingly left the battlefield and are not of a threat to anyone.
Damn.
But just then, Mandion Gelden, you pick it up. Something far, some kind of trembling. Over yonder, where the lightning struck but a minute prior, a glow begins to make itself known over in the distance. The shifting of some kind of large creature is evident far over on this side of the courtyard, and a faint blue fire that turns into a deep sheen of purple can be seen. And then from out of the cage busts a large skeletal frame that wanders forth, clouds of dust pushing past. A headless, 11-foot tall skeletal being, perhaps of that of some type of giant monstrosity, is animated and lumbering towards you. All of the party at this time. It reaches down and scoops up what looks to be a large cow's skull, fixating it upon its shoulders. Purple flames flowing from its eyes, and it releases a terrifying shrill call. It's time for the real boss fight, bitch.
Look at that thing go.
Ooh, I hope y'all are ready for this one. Alright. Let's see. How'd it do? Oh, not too bad. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. You are the first to act. A large threat has been made known to you. What's the play gonna be?
Ulzgud is going to make a move for this cover here in this dead body, and he wants to search the body for hopefully anything to help him keep battling.
Okay, you can make a perception check. Pushing up alongside this debris and rifling through it in a fit of rage, knowing that you may not have the resources for what this battle could entail, you rummage through the corpse, frivolously looking, and are able to get 2 daggers, if you desire to take them.
I'll take him.
Okay, I'll go ahead and add 2 more daggers to your person. They have been added at this time. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Do I have enough action to throw a javelin?
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, you can let loose a javelin.
I'd like to throw a javelin at this bad boy then.
Okay, very good. Please do. Please do. Which bad boy was that? Okay, very good. Seeing one of these goblins fleeing and not wanting to take any chances, you unleash a javelin toward it, easily piercing the creature. Through its body, the javelin gets stuck halfway in the creature as it twists down to the ground, dead. A perished goblin.
And it'll end there, yeah.
Okay, very good. A solid turn. the large creature over yonder, sitting now at 12 feet tall with its head in position, wields a large great axe in one hand, and these large lumbering strides, it pushes forth a good 33 feet before sitting just before the palisade. Mandion Gelden, you are up.
That's me. I'm going to follow Ulzguld's idea, advance forward, and try to throw a javelin.
Ah, badass. Go for it.
I'm gonna go right out into the open here. Damn, does javelin have the range for that in my range?
The javelin is anything past 30 feet is with disadvantage, if I'm not mistaken.
It's gonna have to be what it is. That's a far throw.
Yeah, yep. You are aiming to hum this thing. You recollect to the time Skeezewell Binbag made a throw similar to this on a Goblin Scout very early on in your adventure.
Very true.
And it was a very impressive strike. And you tried to you were visualizing emulating such a thing.
Hiya! Yeah.
Ooh, how'd you do? Oh my god. Terrible. You are so focused on your target that ahead you are completely you completely lose track with this new suit model of the pressure that you are focusing on the javelin, and it snaps in your hands, breaking into two pieces before you. The tight mechanical fist almost seizing up for a second, and you have to kind of like beat at your wrist with your other hand a bit and shake it, and eventually you regain full control.
My god.
But shit, you are scratch one javelin, and it didn't even get to leave your hands.
Wow, okay.
That's like the cost of the double critical failure, my friend. At least none of it went in your mouth.
That's true.
Anything
That's
else?
True.
Getting 2 ones out of the way early. There you go.
Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be good. It's what I get for the 20 perception.
Not used to this kind of thing, Mandion Gelden. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay, all right.
Unfortunately.
You don't think anyone saw that? Clagone Brolin, you just see as Mandion Gelden gets ready, sticks his left arm out with his hand like he's gonna aim, and wields a javelin in his right arm, cocks it over his shoulder, and it just snaps in half. Falls to the ground.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Stretching the boundaries here. What can I say?
Clagone Brolin, you are up, my friend. Your friends are sallying forth, and a great evil takes stand. You feel your hairs standing on end, being very attuned to this type of thing. A great evil is amongst you.
I'll tell you what, it's time to ignite the sword of Eric Dondarrion.
Oh, shit. Okay, very good. Use your bonus action.
Even better.
Nice.
Just riding it along the blade of a pre-existing wound. You take 3 hit point damage in exchange for getting your sword of Barbaric Dondarrion to illuminate in righteous flame.
Not only that, but I'm gonna put my shield on the side real quick and whip out a vial of holy water and bless the party.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, hot dog.
Whoa.
Hot dog. One thing at a time. Jeez Louise. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, it sounds like you guys can enable your bless modifiers in your character sheets. Who are you targeting with the bless, Mr. Clagone, in particular?
Mr. Skeezewell, Mr. Bone-Breaker, and Mr. Mandion. Mr. Mandion needs it most of all after that last performance.
Hey.
Blessed. I'm blessed now.
Okay, so that's Ulzgud, Mandion, and Skeezewell, all with bless. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay, all right, excellent. Just double checking.
And then I will move to Mandion's side.
Don't mind me. I'm just messing with your lighting real quick. Moving over, looking quite badass as you do so, hopping down the final flight of broken steps and peeling the sword across an open wound, it igniting in flame. you push on up alongside your companion, Mandion Gelden. Pretty badass.
What is this effect I'm under as well?
Oh, that is the effect of Bless.
Oh, nice.
That, yep, yep.
What does that do for us?
That, let's see, Master Ulzgud. I will double check your character sheet to make sure that everything is correct for you as well. But it gives you a D4 bonus, I believe, to attacks and saving throws, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be correct.
Which is very juicy. Let's see. Let
Can
me
add a global
see.
attack modifier for that.
Ah, no, you do not have yours prepared, Master Bone-Breaker. I will be updating that immediately. Okay, there we go. Ooh, very spicy. Boss music, gentlemen. The first boss music. Okay. Boom, boom. Very good. Yes. Yep, global save modifier and global attack modifier. Make sure everyone who's affected, you have it checked. Clagone. Muttering a prayer to Julianos upon your triangular symbol, you bust out a sweet blessing to everyone, whilst also looking badass and igniting your sword of Barrack Dondarian. Anything else?
No, I believe that's all I can possibly do.
Okay, this goblin over here, if anyone can even see him, I think Ulzgud can at least, absolutely freaking out, pounding at the gates of the battlements. Seemingly the only goblin left on the field of play at this time. Skeezewell Binbag, you are up. Your friends are sallying forth. There's a great threat looming in the horizon.
How far away is this great threat?
Let's see, it is
My operative question.
140 feet, give or take.
All right. Skeezewell's gonna start pelting it with fireballs all day long.
Okay, very good. Taking this nice high vantage point, you see no reason to put yourself in any danger and are able to deal a decent amount of damage, you think, from afar. Let your firebolts rip. Whew, very nice.
Magics!
You've
Skeezewell shouts,
whew,
whipping a firebolt.
you release
Preparing
it.
his neck.
You release it and already begin churning another one in your hands as the baseball-sized firebolt races over and smashes upon this creature's large skeletal frame. It screeches in terrifying form, taking 6 fire damage. Okay. Anything else from anyone at all? Or, well, Mr. Binbag in particular.
Just me. I don't think so yet. Not yet.
Okay, very good. Don't forget to enable your global attack modifier, and your save modifier in your character sheet for your bless.
Oh, do I have to check them both?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Nope. You benefit from them both, so you might as well. You'll be really shortchanging yourself if you don't. That's all.
I
Okay.
am blessed.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Phew. Thank fucking Quakon. Thank Julianos. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you are up, feeling all of a sudden this energy you may have felt before, but it is still very, very new and unfamiliar to you, and you feel great. And before you looks like a mighty challenge.
Ulzgud, feeling great and still in a rage, hearing that filthy goblin screaming at the wall, will dash up behind him and wishes to crush his head against the wall with his great war axe.
All right, what are we talking? Oh yeah. You can just make it there. You can just make it up there behind him, and I'll let you attack with advantage because he's basically not even in the fight and not paying any attention. You run up behind this like 4.5 foot tall creature, tan of skin pounding upon the great wooden and reinforced battlements, and you just unleash your warhammer, crushing his head in between your warhammer and the dense door. The creature perishes. Not a chance. And his body slumps to the ground, lifeless.
Ulzgud spits on it and says, "Try and run again," and ends his turn.
Okay, very good. Don't forget to untoggle your advantage if you haven't already. A successful strike. At this point, you guys can hear a loud shrill from over yonder as this creature takes the dash action, allowing it to dash an entire 80 feet.
That's fucked up.
It pushes all the way down forth in front of the battlement. This incredible burst of speed from this massive creature before it slides almost on all fours and then turns, pushing another 10 feet over yonder. This large purple fire illuminating from the center of its ribcage and rising up into its skull and out of its eye sockets. This large cow-like skull with horns protruding out of its head, and a massive fucking great axe, the size probably of Mandion Gelden.
Oh no.
Mandion Gelden, speaking of which, a skeletal minotaur over there, bathed in magical flame, is awaiting whatever you got. Mandion Gelden.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, no.
Alright, so while I see this thing charging at me, I pull out my dagger and I throw it into the air.
Ooh.
And when it is appearing in front of me, I hold my hands out and it stays in front of me, hovering above the ground. And I launch it straight at the creature in a catapult.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll let you toss like a dagger in the air for a bonus action, and then ding bong, fucking, you know, sick, badass. Clagone, you can see as Mandion Gelden reaches down and from like some compartment like RoboCop out of his thigh, opens up this little dagger rack that has a few. You can see a few daggers hanging from it. He just takes one out, flings it, and from his fingertips, almost this kind of glow sets out, and it grabs the dagger in this magical way in the air, hovering above the ground before he shuts out his arms and it flies forth. Let's see, this creature has to make a DC 14 dex save.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but he's gonna take the damage either way.
True, correct. As we discussed last episode. Indeed, it is able to move in a bit of some way, but it is far too large to get anywhere near out of the way of this strike, and it comes sailing toward this creature, the dagger, striking into the right horn of the beast, and it, instead of ricocheting off, it embeds in it and cuts off a sizable portion of it. A whopping 13 bludgeoning damage, and if I'm not mistaken, nope, I am mistaken. Just a excellent 13 bludgeoning damage. Anything furthermore from the catapult spell?
No, that's pretty much it.
No, a fine strike, You're getting pretty used to this projectile acceleration thing.
It's pretty useful, I gotta admit.
But the creature pretty much looks unfazed, more or less. Clagone, Brolin.
Oh no. Clagone's gonna put a shield on his back for a quick second and whip out a spear.
Okay, interesting. All right, I'll allow it. Probably your bonus action and half of your movement.
Okay, and then
That's how I'm feeling.
I will use my action to throw the spear then.
Okay, very good. So be it. You throw the spear. What do we got for spear range? Spear can only go 20 feet before it's a disadvantage because the spear sucks. at least for me to throw.
It's true.
It's
I forgot to unequip my damage modifiers, but
you'll have to roll again anyway. Yeah, I'll make you roll again anyway. Ooh, rough. Yeah, no. That's just what I thought. Just what I thought. You're too busy fumbling around with your shield and your armaments and your spears, and some of your javelins fall out of the holster onto the ground and make a big mess. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in some type of disaster. Jebediah comes out and starts like nipping at the bottom of your chin along your knotted beard. And all of a sudden, it just starts falling apart.
They're not my specialty.
Thank God Mandion's back is to you. You think to yourself. Anything else, Clagone Brolin?
I'll go ahead and move past Mandion 15 feet.
Okay, very good.
What was the question?
Oh, no, nothing. You're good. He's just moving past you. That's all.
I suppose that's okay.
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop him, Mandion?
No, I guess it's fine.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Clagone?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, a little bit of spear fumbling. You haven't lost anything. You just had, you just spent most of your turn, fumbling around. Skeezewell Binbag. You are up, Mr. Binbag. What are you doing, baby?
You already know. Skeezewell launches another fireball, sailing out at the creature.
Second verse, same as the first. You have a superior height advantage here, being a good about 15 feet or so up above the area. Oh, Clagone, don't forget to enable your bless, buddy. Don't forget to enable
I'm
your
not blessed.
Oh, true. So sorry. Excuse me. Shit, I forgot. Damn it. Pardon me. If you're blessed in a different way for blessing others. And
Amen.
with that being said, Skeezewell Binbag's baseball-sized firebolt, once again, twirling through the air, hits this creature, striking true for 3 fire damage. Not too crazy, but leaves a sizable scorch mark upon one of the ribs of the large rib cage of this. Now that he's getting closer, Clagone and Mandion, you guys can see that this is indeed like a hooved beast. You don't see feet along at the bottom of the skeletal frame, but large hooves. This is a skeletal minotaur. A dangerous sight. Top of the round, round 9, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Ulzgud is going to make a dash back for the battlement cover he was at earlier.
Okay, very good. Skeezewell, was it?
And
Yes, please.
he's going to send a javelin flying at the beast.
Let your javelin unleash. Skeezewell, if there was any movement you wanted to do, you may please do so now.
Nope,
didn't-
Skeezewell's still in rage.
Okay,
He's
alright,
he's
okay.
preparing more fell magic as we speak.
Let's see, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you rush forth and do a running throw with your javelin, throwing a good portion of your momentum and speed into it, and to great effect. It lands, hitting true for 6 damage total, shattering through some of the exposed, once again, various ribs and so on. It kind of crashes through a bit of the skeletal frame before passing out onto the other side, onto the ground. Anything furthermore?
That'll be it.
Okay, sweet. This skeletal minotaur, a big snorting purple flame effect comes out, and a big cloud of dust as this creature kind of stampedes, a bit of its instinct coming in from back when it was living, and it pushes forth a whopping 38 feet.
I don't like that.
Close. Definitely close. Running up to Mandion and Mr. Brolin. Clagone, you are just outside of the melee range of this creature. At least you think you are. Or it seems to stoically look at you and prepare its axe rather than taking a swing. Mandion Gelden, you are toe-to-toe with this large, 12-foot-tall skeletal creature. At least you have Clagone by your side and the blessing of Julianos in your heart. And this incredible adamantine suit of armor. that helps too.
I'm gonna back away from the creature and hope he doesn't swing at me.
Okay, risking it for the biscuit and thinking you two are out of the weapon reach of this creature, you back the hell up.
Oh.
And thankfully, you appear to be correct. He's either distracted with Clagone, or indeed you were out of his melee range, because he does not take a swing at you.
And I throw a firebolt quickly and sporadically at him.
Seeing the firebolts raining over your head at this creature as it's been pounding its way toward around the castle courtyard towards you. You take cue from Skeezewell and unleash. You may roll again without disadvantage.
I was super disadvantaged.
How we looking? Oh, lucky.
I don't mind if I do.
The heat vents build up in an immaculate form, and you reach back and add a bit of the exhaust from your suit to the firebolt, kind of increasing its caliber and magnitude. And with both hands, let it rain out toward, and it. Instead of kind of twirling through the air as a firebolt typically does, this one is like a fastball, just soars right through at a impeccable speed, dealing a whopping 12 fire damage, and leaving a nice big, like just chunk of the ribcage blown off.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. The creature is certainly looking wounded now at this time. The enchantment's starting to fail in some places, and its movement's getting less and less fluid. Anything furthermore?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to pull out a javelin, my last javelin.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Arming yourself with a javelin. Clagone, Brolin, what are you up to? You find yourself pretty close to this skeletal beast.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and step into my melee range.
You push forth up into melee range of this creature, wielding the sword of Beric Dondarrion.
I will go for a strike at the creature's legs with the sword of Beric Dondarrion.
Okay, very good. You do so. You do so and are just able to connect. I can kind of see you coming, and it retches back a little bit. I do not believe it is affected by the poison damage. However, it certainly is vulnerable to the fire damage. So let's see. That is a whopping. Woo! Woo doggy! Man, oh man. Look at all that damage. A delicious amount of damage. Skeezewell, Binbag. You are up, my friend.
Alright, so Skeezewell, Binbag. Alright, so my chicken-based ability, to put it in terms you'd understand, is that ready to use?
It is ready to use.
Alright, I'm going to use that. And let me just describe it a little better than that. So, as Skeezewell's gathering this dark, dark energy, he begins emanating I mean, the energy is so dark I can't describe it anymore. It's just this pulsing purple wave that begins shrouding around him as his eyes glow. And his energy begins to lift the hat off the top of his head. And as it does, the small, chick-like creature within, mouth agape, eyes aglow, is also emanating and gathering this strange energy. Let me just look at this real quick.
You're not sure what's happening over your shoulder, Mandion and Gelden, but you can feel it. It almost feels very similar to the purple magical energy that was emanating on the other side of the chamber at the start of this confrontation.
Oh no.
Right over your shoulder.
Is this a betrayal? What is this?
So just to be clear, Skeezewell is using his Tides of Chaos
Ooh.
ability.
Skeezewell Binbag, reaching out and plucking from the very fabric of time, and trying to manipulate the chance of reality. What's going on here, bud?
Skeezewell, so alright, so let me just get this straight. Skeezewell can use Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Ooh. Do you have a second level spell slot to extinguish?
I certainly do.
Okay, that's the only criteria for that. I'm with you so far.
So I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that spell slot now. But I won't cast the Chaos Bolt at 2nd level just yet because I'm gonna do them both at once. And then, so
Okay.
you see Skeezewell using both hands to gather his 2nd level Chaos Bolt, and you see this apex of energy glowing within his cupped hands in his core. But at the same time, in the gaping mouth of this small chicken-like creature, you see a similar vortex of energy beginning to form. And Skeezewell. Alright, and then I'm also going to use this level 1 spell slot.
Man, yo, you
As
see,
part
you
of
turn,
my
you turn your head over your shoulder and you see all of it.
Quicken spell.
What is this?
So just to be clear, I'm using this ability to cast Chaos Bolt at level 2, which I'm going to do now. Chaos
Okay.
Bolt
Very
at level
good.
2.
You can see as Skeezewell Binbag has described, a purple vortex emanating from the cupping of his hands, starting to emanate and getting ever more powerful. And from the small chicken creature, the hat levitating above it, from within its mouth, a very high-pitched, like wail of energy concentrating, grows ever louder as they reach critical mass.
Yeah, so level 2,
Ooh.
level 1.
Ooh. Okay.
So
All right.
How did this actually go?
Okay. So first things first, we'll start with with what hits and what don't. Your large chaos bolt, this purple vortex, emanates out and punches forth. That strikes the creature. Let's see. You have rolled. I need to double check my what the hell is happening here. So you rolled a 1 and a 5. You can choose between acid and lightning damage for your level 2 chaos bolt.
I'm gonna choose acid.
Ooh, okay. Damn. It's like a purple vortex of lightning that, as it's reaching the creature Clagone, you can see out of your periphery the ever familiar Chaos Bolt from Skeezewell Binbag, as you've seen a few times now at this point, and you have a funny feeling it's going to end this creature in front of you, and then you see it almost morph in the air to this kind of like purple dark gelatinous like ichor liquid that stains this skeletal creature and begins, like you can hear almost like water on a hot stove, the just the burning of this reaction occurring. And at the same time, Skeezewell Binbag, from the top of your head, you can see a miniature version of your Chaos Bolt as it all of a sudden gains this momentum and energy.
Oh, hold on. I want to describe it. It's a miss,
Please,
right?
Yeah, it is a miss, unfortunately, for the
So
chick.
it comically like poofs out like very short of range, like clearly not as good. Comically.
It is so. It almost bounces down the stairs as that of a slinky, Mandion Gelden, and it kind of lies at your feet before fizzling out this chaos bolt.
Oh, what was that?
And then after Skeezewell is done casting his spells, he stops emanating this energy. The chick eyes close and it falls asleep in a cute little ball before the hat gently flutters back onto Skeezewell's head, whose eyes, now closed as well, gathers himself after his intense magical burst.
Very good. As such, with this acidic damage eating away at the skeletal frame of this minotaur, you can see as the purple fires within it dim low, and it starts crackling apart into pieces and eventually slumps over onto its side,
Ooh.
perished.
Damn.
The skeletal
fucking
minotaur destroyed.
There.
Damn.
Combat ending. Well done, boys. Well done.
Made it out alive.
Well done, gentlemen. Well, very, very well done. And I think here is where we will picking up from where we left off. You guys just slaughtered that skeletal minotaur guardian, whatever the hell that thing was, that was seemingly summoned by whoever Mandion Gelden knows, his companion. So, there you go. The battlefield has since quieted. You guys are still within the subterranean castle courtyard, though there is no combat, so all's well. All's well. You guys are amongst yourselves. The burning sword of Clagone, shining light. A lot of the torches on the area have dimmed down with this flow of magical energy. And I'd like everyone to make a perception check, please, as is my favorite thing to make you all do, to see who hears what. Who hears and sees what at this time. Let's see, Clagone, Mandion, you guys can make out over yonder the metallic of something, some kind of mechanism or something moving over on this doorway over yonder toward the castle.
Excellent.
Who would like to do what? There is a smorgasbord of corpses among the ground, even more that was displayed on the battle map. There's simply quite, too many for me to place without bogging down the system. So there's many goblins to be looted, quite a few orcs down here to be looted. The giant skeletal minotaur body has crumpled into a pile of bones at the feet of Clagone Brolin. A bit of acid heading onto the ground near your feet, Clagone. May be very wise to take heed of that acidic corpse for a minute or so. There is no motion or activity other than the party members. It's completely up to you guys. If anyone wants to loot anything, do anything.
Skeezewell's been kneeling since he noticed that the large bone creature was disincorporated, for lack of a better term. So Skeezewell now stops kneeling. Sorry to be awkward with it, but he stops kneeling, checks the little chick, and then he runs to the battlement. And he wants to peer over the battlement to see if he can see any battle on the other side of the castle wall.
The exterior one that you're already on.
Correct.
Okay, very good. You push on up the stairs. Is anyone else doing anything as Skeezewell Binbag is pushing up the exterior wall of the battlement?
Do we have the map up right now, or is it just like
We're just going with
the
theater
loading
of the
thing?
mind at
Okay,
this
cool.
time.
I'm just making sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, nope, we're good. We're good. Everything is fine. Who wants to do what?
I'm going to approach Clagone and this mass of bones. I'm gonna
Okay.
start going through it with Clagone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good. Clagone, Mandion kind of gestures for your assistance if you'd like to assist him in examining or rifling, whichever, through this giant skeletal corpse.
Clagone will do so, but
Okay.
be very wary of the acid.
True. That is true. Do you warn Mandion Gelden about the acid?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can see Mandion Gelden. There is a bit of amongst the bones, every now and then there's a solid globule of acid that is running along the
I use
bonework.
my javelin to poke through it. Don't want to get any on my armor.
Okay, alright, very good. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. You can see your companions are going about doing various things. What are you up to?
Yeah, you freak.
Leave
What are you
Mr.
doing?
Bone-Breaker alone.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Bone-Breaker, what are you doing?
Oh, my bad. I was muted.
Oh, you're good.
I would like to also loot some dead bodies.
Okay, alright, very good. Is there any
And,
type of... What kind of dead corpses are you prioritizing?
I am prioritizing the smaller ones with flesh still on them for me to collect a couple more fingers.
Ooh, goodness.
along with whatever other loot I may find on them.
Okay, very good. Very good, excellent. Yeah, you can make a perception check to just for a general looting of the goblinwood bodies. In particular, it sounds like. Likewise, let's see. Good. Okay, yeah, excellent, Master Bone-Breaker. You may add 3 more goblin fingers to your inventory. You can just add that in custom style. As whatever you want to make them in your inventory as to recollect what they are. And you find quite a few gold pieces as well. You find 20 gold pieces, spending the good minute or two just rifling through the dozen or so bodies immediately around you. You may add 20 gold pieces to your inventory as well. There's also a slew of daggers and javelins that you come across. There's basically as many as you want to take, more or less. It's up to you.
I'd like to take 2 back that I threw.
Okay. So be it. So be it. You may add 2 more javelins back to your person at this time. And at this period, Clagone's bless, if I'm not mistaken, comes to an end.
No.
Over the interval of Ulzgud looting bodies, getting that sweet 20 gold pieces, and those sweet 3 fingers that seem to please him. you guys don't really pay much mind. Skeezewell, Binbag, you reach to the top of the battlements at this time and are peering over the castle wall. Make a perception check for me to see what you can see. Likewise, Mandion and Clagone, you guys can make perception checks as well. Since you guys are working as a team, you guys can have one of you guys roll with advantage, or both of you roll separately, as we usually do. It's up to you guys. You guys can decide and choose.
What do we
I'll
think?
roll separately.
Damn.
Am I also rolling perception like as a separate event?
You are as well.
Probably for the best.
You're peering over Skeezewell Binbag, the top of the battlement wall at this time, and seeing what you can see. Oh, an 18, Skeezewell Binbag. Excellent. Looking out over yonder, you can see the silhouettes of what you believe to be greenskins as they're fleeing far past on the opposite end of the very large drawbridge at this time now, and funneling over into the entryway from which you guys came on the other side of the very large ravine, but a good 300 or so feet away.
Okay, so Skeezewell definitely sees that happening.
You see it happening, yeah?
So Skeezewell's gonna start running down the stairs towards the gate of this exterior wall.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. To the exterior gate from the interior side.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, I'll leave. I want to open the gate, so I'll let you think about that while the other actions take place.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay. There could. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, shit. I would say with an 18 perception check, you were able to notice a mechanism up on the top of the gatehouse. I suppose is the proper word, that likely activates the gate if you desire to go for that instead. It appears to be a sizable lever that is sticking out of the ground of the battlement on the top of the wall.
All right, but Skeezewell has run down. Skeezewell has run down the stairs. He didn't see that before he.
Okay.
So
All
I'm
right,
just gonna.
all right, very good.
But
So
yeah,
be
I
it.
will go that way.
So be it.
Eventually. But
Okay.
Give it some time.
Okay. Skeezewell Binbag, curiously checking out the great gateway, of which it is sealed. Fine looking door as well. Large double doors.
A little bit of blood on it.
A little bit of blood on it. And a quite foul looking goblin corpse. Master Binbag at the base of your feet now as you push on over in that direction. Mandion, Gelden, and Clagone, is there anything you guys are looking for in particular with this great skeletal minotaur corpse?
I'm looking for anything that might have been enchanted on this beast that might have been the root cause of it becoming alive. Any gem or item or anything that might contain magical energy.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Unfortunately, you find nothing of such a sort.
Damn.
Could very well have been simply a spell, or perhaps a spirit of some kind. Difficult to say. Nothing pops out to you in that nature.
I see if my suit will let me wield his massive axe.
Unfortunately, not. It is just too unwieldy for you
Shit.
to have, and Clagone also. It should be said. This, it's
Damn it!
it's not just your person. It's clearly this axe could have been that of potentially a statue of some kind.
Exactly.
And
I want
it
a
is
colossal axe.
unfortunately.
Mandion stamps his foot and looks towards where the sound was that occurred right after our battle. That
Okay, very
shifting
good.
sound I heard.
Nice.
Was that towards the castle or towards the gate?
That is towards the castle.
Damn, okay.
You begin pushing your way in that direction. Another minute or two passes. Clagone, what are you up to? You've pretty much found everything of use you can, unless you wanted to take some of these large Minotaur bones, or I don't know, something like that. There's really nothing too remarkable, unfortunately.
No, I'll let Jebediah have a nice little fly around, stretch his wings, and inspect further. I heard other doorways that lead further in.
Okay. All right. Very good. I think you. Let's see. Yeah, I think you had the same. Yeah, you had a high enough perception with Mandion, if I'm not mistaken, and you see that he's going over to investigate that thunking sound that you heard, which could very well have been a doorway toward the castle wall. If you wanted to go check that out in particular.
Yeah, well, I'll assist Mandion further.
Okay. And does your bless end at this time? It only lasts for a minute, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, it only lasts. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it is a minute.
Okay. Very good. Should be said, Ulzgud, as you are rummaging through the dozen or so bodies of these greenskins, your rage subtly comes to an end as well, naturally
Yep.
dying out. What with the combat coming to an end a bit sooner than you imagined it would have. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or would you like to continue rummaging about the fallen?
Yeah. So I'd like to try and gather a little more loot.
Okay, I'll have you.
Ulzgud's really looking for some like potions or some
Mm, mm,
scrolls or something.
There are what catches your eye with the perception check you had last time. At least two orcs of size who have made it into this castle courtyard and who were slain. One looks like they were punctured quite heavily with crossbow bolts. The other looks like they were just worn down, as is the fighting style of lesser creatures against a superior foe on the field of battle. And they could very well seem like they, if there's any valuable loot of that type, it's likely to be on these larger caliber, leaders of goblin, types.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like to make another perception check to check them out, you could. Oof, not the best. They're mangled pretty heavily. And you can see that potentially someone else may have gotten to them before you. Maybe some of the undead or goblins as they were fleeing. There's very little honor amongst the ranks of undisciplined goblin and greenskin warbands, and it's quite common, for such practices to take place. That being said, you do find a dozen gold pieces for your trouble amongst the two large caliber orcs, as well as more javelins, as you probably suspected, and you do find a potion of healing.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's it. Better than nothing.
All right, cool.
All right, Skeezewell Binbag,
Take
you
it.
find yourself at the main gate, of which it is sealed. What are you up to over there as the other half of the party is going about their goodness?
So Skeezewell Binbag, he is frantically trying to open this door. So he runs all the way down the stairs. He's like, shit. And then he looks up. He's like, oh, bloody hell. And then he walks running, actually, back up to the, you said there was a gatehouse?
There is what you saw out of the corner of your eye. You didn't think much of it at the time as you were frantically making your way back down the stairs, but you believe it to be a lever mechanism that is sticking up out of the ground, quite sizable, that could potentially activate the gate.
All right, so Skeezewell wasn't thinking of it earlier, but he sees it now again, and he says, "Oh, of course," and he starts running back up that way.
Okay, all right, very good.
And when he gets to it, he's not going to pull it right away. He's going to inspect it very carefully.
Okay.
Is that something I can roll for?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. I'll have you make an investigation check to meticulously analyze this potential mechanism activating contraption device.
So Skeezewell does go straight for it as if he wants to pull it, but then with his hands both on the lever, he thinks. And he stops a moment, and he takes his hands off the lever and starts investigating it.
Okay, very good.
Very poorly, so.
Yeah, you're unsure. It's quite dark over here. You have no light source to really assist you in this endeavor. And it just looks like a switch mechanism to you. It really doesn't look like anything remarkable at all.
All right, with a roll of 1, Skeezewell says, "Fuck it," and pulls the lever madly, wildly, even. He throws it back, letting go before it even clicks into place.
Okay, very good. You do as such, and everyone can hear a loud rumbling that emanates over from the exterior wall. Clagone, Mandion, and Ulzgud, you guys all turn to see as the gate doors at the front of the courtyard from whence you came begin to open. And then get stuck on something, blocking them on the other side, and get caught in this odd halfway house. And then there's this terrible grinding and pounding sound. That just... And then a awful snapping of metal and chain from some type of internals within the walls. And everything falls silent.
Whoa.
So you tell me the door is not open?
The door is partially... Oh, you can lean over the edge of the wall and see if you want.
All right, yeah. Skeezewell's going to see how far open the door is.
It looks like, from what you can tell, peering over the side, that the door is opened... outward to the exterior, and there are what looks like sharpened palisades that were blocking the front of the gate, which seem to have managed to wedge themselves perfectly, getting the double doors stuck in a very odd, horrible way. You think this, combined with your just mishandling of the of the lever mechanism, has caused some kind of malfunction. And now the doors are ajar and seemingly stuck in this position.
So can Skeezewell tell from where he's standing, if there is an opening and what is able to fit through that opening?
Yeah. I would say so. You could fit a man. You could fit a man, single file through this door opening.
Okay. So a person can definitely get through this door. Like the space of a person is open.
A person can get through this double door. It might be a little hazardous, granted the very sharp palisade, spike fences that have now been abrupted and are, ever dangerous, but it can be traversed, you feel.
Okay. Skeezewell is going to run down the stairs, and then I'm going to yield time so some other people can react to this.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you start making your way. Everyone else, you see as the front doors of the castle courtyard are slightly ajar. Team Clagone and Team Mandion. What are you guys doing over there?
They're dead.
I'm examining the front castle doors to see if anything's changed. If anything changed outside.
You're heading back out to the exterior to check out what's going on
No,
out
no,
there?
I was heading towards the castle.
Okay,
The
all
main
right.
castle doors.
All right, continue. You heard the loud shifting. You're ignoring that.
Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it. I'm
okay.
looking over and peering over at Skeezewell.
Yeah,
Not
you
sure what he's up to now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any type of danger situation. It just looks like tomfoolery to you. And you focus your attention ahead. Immediately, you can see you come up to about only 10 feet or so away is a 10-foot or so tall wall of very sharply laid vertical-facing wooden spikes. They're 10 feet tall. It looks like a very sturdily made palisade that will need traversing, and you can see through some of the openings in between these logs that are set side by side the arch of a doorway, which appears to be open.
Ooh. Mandion will try to use his armor and the weight of his suit to kind of just lean against the edge of these palisades to push them over and collapse them if I can. I'm just gonna kind of like
Interesting.
keep pushing my shoulder into the palisades.
Okay,
make some
very
more
good,
room.
very good. Clagone, are you tracking this? Do you want to assist Mandy and Gelden in this endeavor? You can see as he's a bit of steam eshing out from his suit. Not too much in this in this lighter weight model that he developed overnight, because he's a master inventor and animal and very dashing.
Yeah, I
Are you
was
helping or what?
Mandion.
I know you love me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so once again, you guys working as a team in this endeavor, trying to push over this 10-foot tall, basically log fence with very sharp, ending at very sharp points at the top, from what you can tell. Let's see, and you guys are pushing outward, trying to push this thing away from you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a wedge and just topple the thing.
Okay,
Push
all
it
right.
over and over.
Okay. Let's see, this will be an athletics check from both Clagone and Mandion. If one of you guys wants to roll with advantage or roll separately, it's up to you guys once again. Decide amongst yourselves.
I think
Good.
Clagone should roll with advantage.
All right.
Oh shit. Okay. Weaving it up to the stronger
faith.
Clagone and acting more of a as
Oh,
more
cool,
of
I'm a
weight.
wedge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Ooh, a 25. Pretty good. You are able to you apply dense pressure, and you can see it's not enough, so you dig in your heels, Clagone, and really give it all you got, and you can feel the snapping of this large wood as whatever kind of brace behind it gives way, and an opening enters up before you guys. Let's see, there's a nice 5-foot wide opening for a man to slip through here, no problem. And it's only about 25 feet away or so past this palisade now that you guys have knocked over to what looks like the main entrance of this subterranean castle.
Very interesting.
It's a beautiful gilded doorway that goes quite high, a considerable 15 feet, ending in a keystone arched up at the top, and the doors are open.
Does there seem to be any light coming from the doors?
I'll have you make a perception check.
I will.
Not immediately. There's no light close enough that it's shining actively out to you.
Right.
You'd be able to see that quite obviously. It looks quite dark from what you can tell. You don't see much for light sources in there. Not even faint ones in the distance.
Damn.
Truth be told, hard to judge any real distance in here. It's another dark interior, like the ones you've become quite accustomed to. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Yeah, during this whole interval, what are you up to? The exterior gates have opened. That's probably grabbed your attention. You're just wrapping up, getting that health potion, some of that moolah. What's up, baby?
I would like to go see what Clagone and Mandion are doing.
You can see the doors open, kind of shift and fuck up, and you're pretty close to that. So that noise is pretty abrasive to you. And then you look up as the figure of Skeezewell Binbag starts making his way, running along the wall and back down the stairs, and you're just like, oh fucking jeez. And you turn your back to him and start making your way over toward where the rest of your formidable fighting allies and acquaintances find themselves over yonder. Start making your way over there. Is there anything you're doing en route? Anything you're saying? Anything like that before I turn the light back on Skeezewell for his antics?
No.
Okay.
Ulzgud is just making his way downtown.
Yeah, no,
Walking fast.
no problem. It's a mere 30 feet away from you to Mandion Gelden, and it's still a quiet stillness in this area. There's no motion other than you guys. A nice change in pace. Skeezewell Binbag, you find yourself making your way down now, mere 5-10 feet away from the gate, from the external gate, now on the ground level. Sir, is there anything? What would you like to do?
Yes, okay.
I know there's something you have in mind.
Skeezewell has a plan, and I guess I might as well reveal it now to determine the probability of this being successful. Skeezewell's mind is turned to the ballista. Skeezewell wants to disassemble the ballista and bring it through the gate, reassemble it, and then use it as a weapon against whatever foe he might face. Skeezewell is not ready to believe that was the end of it all.
Damn, interesting.
Skeezewell's paranoid. He wants to go back and he wants to get that siege weapon.
Okay. I would say, a difficult task. At least for a single man. Going about it on his own. Feasible, something that can happen, but something that would take a long time. I imagine probably at least an hour or two to get this job done. And
Skeezewell Binbag.
I would say you know that. It's if it's what you want to do, it's what you want to do. The door is open. You need but go the. Oh jeez, let's see here.
Skeezewell's going to take a vote. Skeezewell's going to call out and just ask, and this is just me legitimately asking. And should we go back and get this? Are we gonna need this, or is this just a huge waste of time? I mean, honestly.
You guys hear Skeezewell Binbag calling from over yonder, proposing disassembling the ballista that you guys saw out amongst the exterior bridge and reassembling it.
Well, it could be very useful, but if we're going into an interior, we could hit a roadblock pretty early. Depends if we have another way to go or not.
Let's see. I would like to add another factor to this decision. I would like to have anyone who manned the ballista in the weapons team make a history check to recollect as to the situation of the ballista last you saw it.
You said history?
History. Oof. Clagone, you do not.
It's been a long time.
You do not
forget
you,
much.
True. You didn't pay too much attention to what was happening on with the ballista. A lot has happened in the last half hour. So you are far beyond paying any close attention to the status and contents of the ballista. Master Binbag, you were on the weapons team. I'll have you make a history check as well.
Okay.
Since you were manning the ballista, most certainly. Master Binbag, you recollect that though the ballista...
I bloody remember it real well. It's got those big old boats, and remember we killed both crossbowmen right away. I say we go back and at least grab the boats.
Skeezewell starts running.
I'm gonna at least grab the boats.
And Skeezewell is going to grab the bolt. And
You-
then come back.
You make your way pushing forth, remembering that there was limited ammunition and the sweet bullets there of the ballista. There were some left, but you do also recall that goblins manned the ballista after you fled from it, and likely expended the remaining ammunition, as there was only 2 or 3 shots left.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. All right, check this out. Skeezewell, you see Skeezewell run out the gate, all right? And then I don't. So maybe like after whatever you guys do, Skeezewell sheepishly returns silently and begins looting goblin corpses. But this is gonna be after. So let me like roll investigation. But then this happens after like whatever these other guys do.
Okay, I'll have you make
All right, does that jive with everyone?
hey, whatever's
There you go for it. It's up to you.
whatever's going on with Skeezewell Binbag. You can make your
Right.
investigation check, Mr. Binbag,
Okay.
at this
I'm
time. To loot about the
Poorly.
remaining corpses. You get about through a half a dozen, and are able to scrounge up a nice 8 gold pieces to add to your repertoire. You may add those at this time. And there's also some daggers, a javelin or 2. It's up to you if you'd care for such things.
I'll take a javelin or 2.
Okay, you may add 2 javelins to your inventory at this time.
That's what the Skeezewell story arc this episode is.
The rest of the adventuring party, you guys are pushing through this palisade foyer into the castle area. Is that what we're doing, or are we checking it out? What's going on?
I definitely want to at least approach the door and look inside.
Yeah, I want to take a peer.
Okay, all right.
As do I.
Okay, all right, very good. Everyone peering. Are we sneaking as we're peering into the entryway of this ominous
Stealth, maybe.
underground castle, devoid
For
of
sure.
life? Okay, all right. Everyone can make their stealth checks. You all know what's up with you by now,
I keep
except
doing that.
for Mandion and Gelden, who
Honestly, it
forgot.
doesn't matter. That's pretty good though. 8. I guess it's better than I usually roll. Anyway, I'm gonna try it again.
Can't believe you.
Am I also stealthing? Is that what's happening right
That's up to you, Master Binbag. I believe in this interval, you're probably wrapping up your last 1 or 2 goblin bodies. Pat down.
now? All right, Skeezewell's stealthing. Skeezewell's not backing down from this stuff. Still the poorest.
Very good. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's see. A 16 from Mandy and Gelden. 14. Okay. All right. Clagone, you managed to condense your frame, and just by remaining stoic and still like a statue, keep from making too much noise in your clanking heavy armor. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, naturally, with your lack of armor, just about entirely, you are the most adept at remaining from blowing the position of anyone. Mandy and Gelden, you as well do a decent job. This new armor, far more agile than the previous model. And even Skeezewell Binbag, you keep it low as you make your way skulking over back toward the party, with your coin purse a bit heavier. At this time, peering into this doorway, you guys can't see too much. Ulzgud, I'll have you make a perception check because you naturally have vision in this type of climate. It is very dark, devoid of any light sources. You don't see much, Ulzgud, peering in ever so slightly. The doors open up, what is it? Horizontally, so there's no fear of the doors slamming down upon you when you go to enter, which is good. They could close on you potentially, but you don't see much in the way of a mechanism that would really force them to do such a thing. They are simply staying open for you as you peer your head in and see the cold stonework. It's 15 feet wide, square, and quite homey. Devoid of much furniture or any type of vanity decorations or anything of that caliber. It just looks like cold stonework to you, as far as the eye can see.
I guess I will call out to the homies and let them know there ain't really much in there.
Well, I guess we can go see what all all the trouble was then. They had to have been fighting over it for a reason.
I'm down to go in.
Let's do this.
Okay. At this time,
I need to know what I've been guarding.
Clagone, Brolin, quite curious. You didn't. It has to be said. You didn't expect it to be this, Master Clagone, already. Your imagination runs quite wild with what can be in here. Your expectations are already being surpassed. And you guys begin pushing your way into this castle area. What are we getting for a marching order here? Skeezewell, Binbag, you're just approaching the rest of the party now.
I'll offer to take up the front since I can see best in the dark.
I'll
Okay.
agree, as I'm definitely hurting. I'll take up second.
I'll bring up the rear. I got that heavy armor, so it's gonna be I'm gonna be slow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like next to Clagone Brolin.
Okay.
Is it
No problem.
Possible.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh
what's
yeah. Oh
happening?
yeah. Sure. Yeah. There's room for 3 of you to stand side by side. So really, you guys aren't too limited for what you want to do for a formation here. So that's okay.
I'll brandish a spear and fire a bolt and stand by Clagone Brolin's side.
Okay. Very good.
Perhaps,
guys-
actually, maybe looking behind,
Okay. You do your
keeping
best.
that rear guard.
As soon as you guys enter this interior, for 3 out of the 4 of you, it does get incredibly dark, and other than the faint glow of Mandion and Gelden's pebble trinket nightlight, it's difficult to see.
I'll light up the half torch that I saved.
Oh,
with my
okay.
Fireball.
Okay, very good, so be it.
And hold it as I'm in the middle.
Compromising stealth, but gaining much better perception ability. You guys
Need to
push
see.
your way forth. Okay, fantastic. It is but another, I don't know, 5 minutes of travel goes by. It's more of the same so far. The continuing cold stonework, etc., etc. Nothing really too remarkable at this time. And another 5-10 minutes goes by. More of the same, not much. And then a voice can be heard from over beyond you guys, ahead in the darkness. No alternate pathways have made themselves known at this time. It's just been a straight shot through this hallway. The dimensions not changing, the stonework not changing, no traps encountered, all well so far. And then suddenly a voice beckons out from over yonder, ahead of you, even out of the range of where Ulzgud's mighty night vision can see. Halt there! Come no closer! An old, sounds hoarse, spooky voice rains out from the darkness, seemingly at you guys.
I try to peer ahead. I make a perception check.
Okay, very good. You do your best to look forth, trying not to keep your shadow behind the mighty frame, trying to not to have your light shining behind the mighty Ulzgud Bone-Breaker as to not cast a shadow in front of you. In peering forth, you can't make out too much. It might be another 10-15 feet ahead or so. This hallway ends, and there might be a different type of interior, perhaps the first room of this castle space. That could very well be where this voice is coming from, but you can't make out a figure of any kind at this time.
So there's like a little doorway.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yes, yep.
Okay.
You don't see a door per se, but it could very well be a threshold for where.
Passageway.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, yeah, yep. Could very well be a threshold for where one interior type, this hallway, meets another interior of some kind.
Is there kind of like a little like corner type deal? You could like sneak up and kind of like gear around it.
Not really. It all looks pretty flat. It all looks pretty flat, and it looks like it just kind of ends, and the corners shear around, and some other type of interior begins.
Is it of any importance of what kind of voice this was? And I'm assuming it was in some sort of just like human, because we all understood it.
Yes, yep. Everyone understood it. It was as I uttered it. It is in the common tongue that everyone can understand.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Ulzgud halted when he heard that, and he's just gonna ask the party what they think. Should we proceed or not?
Mm. Ulzgud halts the formation and asks you guys what you think. What does everyone think?
I want to know where this goes.
I don't think we have much of a choice. We can't back down now. Sounds like a frail old man.
Nothing, no.
Let's bloody rob him.
I warn you, stay away or suffer my curse.
I ready a lightning launcher burst before I march forward with Ulzgud.
Damn.
Ulzgud readies his hammer
Okay, all right.
Poor old
and
man.
begins to march forward.
Okay, in a sick formation with Mandion's hand on your shoulder, almost in a CQB kind of stack up with Clagone not far behind. You guys begin shuffling forward, and then that's when you can see it Ulzgud from around the left-hand corner of where this hallway ends. A hand comes out. A small hand, not very large at all. That of probably a humanoid of some kind. Empty, palm extended, not a fist. About 10 feet away or so from you, as you've gotten to this point, and then the hand begins to wave. Ah, no, please, I beg of you. What do you guys do? Are you keeping sliding forth?
Ulzgud would like to kind of angle and position himself where he still maintains some distance, but he wants to kind of peer around and see what the hell this hand is.
Okay, very good. So be it. You begin kind of peeking out of formation just a bit, trying to straddle around and see what you can see. And then the hand recoils back around the corner, and you can hear the shuffling of footsteps as they make their way distantly off into the stonework and fade away before you have the time to peer around to see what the hell it was. But you can definitely see now for sure, being a mere 10 feet away from this threshold, that this hallway stops 10 feet away from you, dead ahead, and does open up into a larger room of some kind.
Okay. Ulzgud is just going to make the party aware of the bitch running away. Very displeased.
I'm gonna throw my half torch into the room, then light up a full torch for myself. Just
Ooh.
get the room illuminated.
Damn, badass. All right, make an athletics check for all of this.
Athletics check.
You're just trying to lob it into the interior ahead of you as far as you can, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, pretty
all
much.
right, very good. You do so, and it pretty much lands forth. Oh, you can hear whoever this individual is seemingly recoiling in horror from your actions, and then you prepare a new torch. Please deduct the half torch and another torch from your inventory at this time.
I will.
And you seemingly have managed to illuminate the interior of this room pretty well. Everyone, you guys can see, as now there's a nice warm glow coming from a quite spacious area in front of you. No individuals can be spotted immediately. There don't appear to be any irregularities with the floor pattern before you. It all appears to be the same type of cold stonework.
Interesting. Like even around the walls, like the whole room's kind of just empty.
Yeah, it looks more of the same, just now it's widened up.
Okay.
And you're not exactly sure of the dimensions of it. You can't see, you know, the far wall of this space, or really the right or left wall either. You can just tell that it's a lot wider and larger than the hallway space than you're currently in.
Okay.
That's about all you got.
I'm going to advance forward.
Okay.
If there anyone wants to follow me or not.
Okay. Are we
I'll
shifting
go
forward?
with.
Okay. All right. We're staying in formation here. Ulzgud, Mandion, Clagone with Skeezewell beside Clagone.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Continuing shifting forward. You guys push another 10 feet until Ulzgud, now you are at the threshold of this other interior. Is there anything you want to do when you hit this point? You're pretty much like at the corner where you can, like, you know, stick your head out like a foot. All you have to do is lean forward and look left and right, and you'll be able to see around either corner.
Yeah, I'd like to do a little sneaky look.
Truly, before that, you can start getting, an idea of this interior, before you. It's a nice, still spacious, 15-foot wide, hallway that you guys are coming out of. So there's still, it's room for 3 of you guys to get out of here side by side, or whatever need be. You can make a perception check at this time to see what you can see as you peer your head out. Which way are you looking, left or right, per se? You're kind of hugging the western wall at this time.
I guess I'll make the more dangerous left look first.
Ooh, okay. Classic James Bond peering around the side. You can see what looks like about 25 feet or so away off to your left in this, what you can now see to be a rectangular kind of room. A kiosk of some kind. It looks like a stall or some kind of where like a merchant would set up shop. And there's a faint blue glow with little blue fireflies that kind of emanate and dart around. And that's all you see looking left on the western side of this room. If you'd like to look right, I'll have you make another perception check. Just kidding. You're 21. Your 21 is good for both.
Fire.
Once you're done looking left in this direction, you look right and don't see much. To the right, this rectangular room only goes about another 10-15 feet or so before ending to the rightward direction. And right now, here at the threshold, pretty much at the maximum range of your dark vision, you can make out what looks like the faint glint of the wall that's furthest from you of the entrance of this hallway. So the dimensions of this room are probably a good 20 by 20 feet large, and probably a good 15 foot tall or so ceilings. A considerable interior space, but you don't see much for motion or no kind of like humanoids or humanoid odd shapes take your eye. You don't hear much either. It's very quiet. Your perception check is good for hearing, listening, smelling. Everything is everything's green on the sense radar as far as you can tell.
Yeah, I'll pretty much just relay the message to the boys. You don't got much around on the right, but got some faint little something on the left. Appears to be the way to go.
Hearing that response, I will tell Ulzgud that he should follow the right-hand side wall, and I'll follow the left-hand side wall. And I'll look back to the 2 behind us and see if we want to split up into 2 groups. Let's try to cover the whole room.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what's the general formation here? Ulzgud is heading over to the opposite end of the hallway wall and then booking it right, while Mandion and Gelden's booking it left, and just hugging the walls in their respective directions. Okay.
Yeah, hugging the walls.
Who's going with him? Who else is doing what? What's Clagone and Skeezewell doing?
Well, we were behind, right? I will go with Ulzgud if
Okay.
no one protests to that.
All right.
I'll
Unless
take
there's
Clagone.
some combo that I'm not seeing, but I think it's fine.
Well, does that
We'll
sound good to
buddy
you?
team it.
Okay. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Clagone's sticking with Mandion. You can feel. Well, you can't really feel Mandion, but Clagone has. You can't really have his hand on your shoulder either, because the crazy heat vents that are expelling heat exhaust constantly. You're truth be told, not really the best CQB buddy in this instance. So, but Clagone, you do your best to shuffle and keep pace without riding up the ass of Mandion and Gelden, for fear of any potential backblast that may come your way. Skeezewell, you have a much easier time partnering up with Ulzgud, who's quite nimble, and you have little issue keeping up with at this time. So are you guys just pushing in? like this is it? Like in formation, like go like a SWAT team?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Skeezewell, is there anything that you, if I heard an out of you, is there any
I'm
reservations?
just. What is the haste of this situation? Are we just clearing this room, or is it sort of like a slow plotting clear?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I
we're
mean
kinda just,
we're doing it to search the room. We're not rushing through it.
yeah, we're
Okay.
going in and just kind of like getting in there, establishing if there's anything in there, but like not like kicking in the door, waving in the
Okay.
4-4.
Okay. Excellent. Well, see, good. That's
We're
good
making
clarification.
sure we're not missing anything.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Excellent.
Okay,
So,
so I do have something else to say in that case. So
okay.
Skeezewell, in this aside, turns to Ulzgud and says,
So, you always been green of skin?
Ooh, good. Doesn't even acknowledge Skeezewell.
"Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to say."
Okay.
Tried to get that one out there.
All right. Very good. Very good. Side chatter being expelled as you guys push into this rectangular room in your respective directions. Mandy and Gelden scraping a tad bit as you slide along this corner and pushing your way amongst the wall. You don't see much. You do see the shiny bit of whatever that Ulzgud described prior. That looks to you to be a market stall of some kind way down here. Constructed of wood. It's probably quite sizable. It looks to be about a good 20 feet or so wide, and has small wooden supports that lead up to an overhead canopy of some kind. And there's these little nice aqua blue fireflies that flutter about aimlessly in this space. And you were sliding along with Clagone, Ulzgud, and Skeezewell. It's pretty much at this time you guys are already in your already along in your interior, and have already touched in the corner of this space and are now traversing along the far wall, bending around and making your way along the perimeter. You don't see much so far. This is certainly the boring side of the room. It's at this time, Mandion and Clagone, as you guys are about halfway over toward this market stall, a figure pops out from behind it. Ah! With both hands up, probably about 5'10" or so in height, and stays behind the market stall. Its hands almost waved out in a presenting form. What are you guys doing, Clagone?
Who are you?
It is
What are
I!
you doing?
Oh, Bill, please. Lay those weapons down. You have nothing to fear from me, fine travelers. And at this time, the bugs of this area that are emanating this aqua blue light begin to all kind of fly around and coalesce at what you can now see to be a sign. And it spells out the words Mordechiko's Subterranean Shop.
What the?
Behold the curse of my terrible prices!
Oh.
Come, gather, fine travelers. It's been so long since we've had any customers.
I
You have
kind of peer at him strangely, and I say, "Well, your location you chosen isn't the best. I have to admit."
not to mention the advertising.
Well, I apologize, young masters. It is how the Dark Lords command I run shop nowadays. I don't get much customers anyway. Alas.
It's the last time you've gotten a delivery. Can't imagine having anything good.
Oh, well, there I may be able to prove you wrong, young man. Whatever you are, golem, metallic golem, whatever, I serve all kinds. Please, spend your gold here.
I'll kind of put my torch right in his face and kind of determine what he is, if he's actually human or not.
It is a cloaked figure, 5'10" or so, you know, of average height. You slightly, you know, out height this figure. Physique very, very slim. Make a perception check. They have a cloaked robe about them and their hood upon their head, and it's a bit rough to make them out, potentially. Yeah, through your visor, it ain't easy, even with the light. He kind of averts the torches. Oh, please, and he collapses his hands and kind of keeps them interlaced with the long robes covering up with his hands. Look like it is quite difficult to say. You imagine it to be a man, sounds like it, and quite old, you know, potentially, as has been stated. Clagone, you have a chance. Are you with Mandion in this regard,
Yeah.
approaching this kiosk of this individual?
Yes.
Okay, very good. You may make a perception check too, because you have a chance to see something that Mandion may not have.
Or not.
or have exactly, you know, or exactly the same roll. That's how that works out. Skeezewell and Bone-Breaker team, you guys are now hitting the other corner of this rectangular room and skulking about when you hear the announcement of Mordechiko's underground subterranean haberdashery. What do you guys do then? Are you continuing with your perimeter slinking, or has your attention been gathered as well?
Attention has been gathered.
Okay, very good.
Indeed.
Well, I imagine you follow suit at the sound. The word shop being emanated once or twice has perked your ears quite high in the air. If I'm not being too bold in saying such things, and you begin making your way over.
Starts searching through his bag for valuables.
Okay, very good. You begin making a nice inventory as you begin pushing your way with Mr. Ulzgud over in that direction. Ulzgud, as you are making your way kind of diagonally now across the floor of the space, over on to the opposite end where this stall is, you notice over on the right an entryway in similar caliber to the one that you came through. It looks like more hallway that continues deeper into this area. That's very well the another exit to this room. You know, you found it.
Okay.
Clagone, no higher perception check. This figure it's definitely averting the gaze of the light. Please, keep the light low. Keep the light low if you don't mind, fine traveler. I appreciate your business. You're a very valued customer, but please, if it's not too much trouble, I have a bit of an aversion.
An aversion, huh?
Yes.
How close are we to approaching?
You guys are
Are we quite far?
You guys are a mere 15 feet away. What's up with Ulzgud?
He's on guard.
Okay, very good. As perhaps potentially as you should be. Yeah, you make your way toward this glowing subterranean kiosk. Mandion, do you lower your light? Well, Mandion Gelden, do you offend?
I'm sorry.
Do you offend?
I will lower my light, but I will certainly not put it out.
Okay, very good. Just keeping it lower. Just keeping it lower. Very good.
That's true.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Why, thanks. Please, take a gander at my wares. And he kind of brushes his wrapped and robed hand along the front of this kiosk wooden counter that didn't look very remarkable to you at all, and it shimmers and changes, and these boxes of glass begin to form, one next to another, and all of them resting on these beautiful silken silhouetted pillows are a bunch of little trinkets and doodads and items of various qualities and worths. You see many different kinds of potions and scrolls of parchments and documentation and many different things before you. At this point, Master Skeezewell and Ulzgud, you guys have rejoined with the party, and unless anyone says otherwise, you guys are all, you know, pretty much spaced out in front of this kiosk.
Yeah.
Yes, please, gather. The rules here are simple, gentlemen. If any harm comes to me, no one will get anything. If anyone tries to steal, no one will get anything. You may simply look at the wares, and whatever you desire, you may reach in and take it. The price associated on the front of the glass is what will be deducted from you automatically.
And again, you guys can't see the figures of this person, but he almost gestures a bit animatedly at this time. And I'll allow Ulzgud and Skeezewell, if you guys want, to try to make a perception check to peer underneath the robes of this person and try to get a gander for what they actually look like.
On guard.
Not bad, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Skeezewell, are you? Ooh, oh, okay.
Skeezewell also hates this foul magic.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Mandion, Gelden, Clagone. If you guys will excuse me and me, Binbag, and Bone-Breaker, we have an appointment somewhere private while I divulge the details of what can be seen.
Man.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. As this being is being a bit more animated, you can see as its hood kind of wept up for a second and its sleeves ran down from its arms, and you saw bleached white bone.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay. With that being said, I will return you guys to the rest of the party. Okay.
Good snarls.
So, you guys heard the spiel that this shop vendor is selling you? This cloaked figure of whom you don't know the identity. And as far as what he's telling you, it seems to be true. If anyone wants to gauge the intent of this creature, you can make an insight check. Now, I won't allow one from every single person. So you guys have to decide who amongst in the party, perhaps, you'd want to make this insight check. Typically, this would happen a bit more naturally. You guys would say, you know, like, oh, I'm rolling in, I want to have an insight check on this boy. But, you know.
So I have a wisdom bonus of 2. If anyone
also
has
do.
higher than you.
I don't have a bonus. I'm good with either Skeezewell or Mandion.
My vote's for Skeezewell just because he also passed the perception check. So
He knows what's up. He knows what's
Alright.
up.
kind of makes sense for him to.
Skeezewell is going to approach the counter quite robustly, pushing the other party members aside.
The figure
He's
keeps its
gonna-
features low and hidden.
He's
But
going to
kind of
say,
nods.
What's the cheapest item you got?
I'm afraid there's not much here for cheap. But I do have something perhaps you might be interested in.
And he points over yonder, and as he's kind of flowing with his hand, the hand itself still wrapped in the contents of its cloak. You can see as a bit of the fireflies trail over yonder, and you follow them with your eyes, and it heads all the way over to the left-hand side of the kiosk, to the furthest most display case. Do you head over there to see what the contents could be?
All right. Skeezewell recklessly grabs the display case directly in front of him, wherever he is at right now.
Okay. You reach out forth and grab what looks to be bottle of liquid of some kind. And then you can actually feel the weight of the gold on your person diminish out of your coin purse. Let's see. I shall looking down at the display case to see what you've grabbed, it says Potion of Resistance, 30 gold pieces. I shall now grant you a Potion of Resistance and deduct 30 gold pieces from you at this time.
Excellent.
But it seemingly works as this shop vendor described.
Skeezewell checks his pouch and counts every last piece.
Very good. It should be the right value. If you if my math is wrong, you can.
No, I'm just role playing. I saw it go down.
Excellent.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Okay. That being said, yeah, you guys watch as Skeezewell Binbag reaches in through the glass of this display case and pulls out what was in it. And
Interesting.
in his hand, it seems to be a tangible item. You don't watch the gold fly out of his person. Only Skeezewell Binbag. You know, it's a weight change that Mr. Binbag would notice.
Interesting. I will curiously ask the man if he will buy our items as well.
You must understand, young master, I'm always interested in a good bargain, and I am allotted some spending cash, and
He kind of motions over toward Master Binbag and
just gain some as well. If you have something of particular value, I'd be interested of it, though I do have something in particular that I do favor.
And what would that be?
Skeezewell clutches his hat close to his head, backs away with his potion.
Oh, what fun would it be if I were to divulge such information off the cuff? No, but it has been so long since I've tasted anything so sweet. If you have any poison, I will pay a fine quantity for it.
Mandion, do you have any of those poisons I gave you from before?
Oh, I have some poisons.
Ooh.
the figure kind of rubs its hands together underneath its robe.
No, don't be giving him any bloody poison.
Well, it depends what he has for me, that's for sure. I will take out a sapphire from my bag of holding, and I just place it where that potion was that Skeezewell grabbed. I just want to see if money just goes into my purse.
Ooh, interesting. You place it, it does not pass through to the display case. Only your hand does.
Oh no.
So it's weird. You have it in two fingers, like you're just gonna plop it in, and your hand just passes through it, and the sapphire kind of and like rolls a little bit and rattles on the top of the display case.
Oh, please be easy, son.
Alright, I will retract and keep my sapphire.
Though that does look quite nice.
You can kind of work just over toward it, but doesn't reach for it or anything like that.
Okay.
If you're interested in a bargain of that caliber, we can agree to something to that effect. Otherwise, I'm more than happy to pay you in gold for any goods you have. In particular, the poison.
I look at him and I say I might have some poison. What I really need is something better than this stinky thing. And I pull out my last dagger,
Hmm.
placing it on the counter.
Hmm.
Say, do you have an upgrade?
Hmm. I may have something here. Please, check over in this direction.
And the robed hand motions over in the direction of the rightmost display case. If you head over in that direction, you will find that there is a short sword placed in there, out of its sheath, with the sheath resting on it, on a fine long red pillow. And it is a mere 15 gold pieces.
Ooh, very nice.
Mandion, don't.
Hmm?
What?
Save your coin. I have an extra sword.
Oh, always a downer somewhere. Very well, I'm sure there's something else that will suit your fancy.
I nod to Clagone, appreciating the gesture, and
I will hand him the short sword.
Okay.
nice.
Master Mandion, if you want to go into the compendium and type in short sword and go to items and drag and drop it into your character sheet, it's,
I'll do it.
it's just a plain Jane short sword. Clagone, you can delete the short sword from your inventory tab.
How do I do such things?
Very carefully, very carefully, I wanna emphasize. Down in the bottom near your total weight, where it lists your inventory and so on,
Yes.
there is a little padlock. If you click on the padlock, that unlocks your inventory. It allows you to rearrange it and delete things if you click on the red thing on the right. So if you boom, just like that, and then you can click on the padlock again to relock the inventory.
Good. I have some things I need to get rid of, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything you really don't want in there, you can ditch it at that time or rearrange it at your heart's content. Just be careful. You don't want to delete, the wrong thing. You really fuck yourself. There's no undo, unfortunately. With that being said, let's see. I need to hurry up. I'll leave you guys up to that. Let me know if you're having any problems in there.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, very good. Mr. Binbag, I have to hurry up and give you this potion before I lose my mind here. There's so many potions of resistance. You wouldn't believe it. Jesus. Excellent. Okay, you have +1 potion of resistance, Mr. Binbag. You are all set there.
Thank you, sir.
Is anyone else looking for anything in particular?
What kind of potions does said shopkeeper have?
Looking upon the display cases, just in order, I might as well read off the front most prominent ones that looks like potentially he's trying to get rid of, in particular. There is what looks like a bundle of smoke leaf in one display case.
What?
On the display case as well, it says smoke leaf herb, 10 gold pieces a gram. And it looks like maybe there could be an ounce or so there. Let's see. Next to that, prominently lit by the little lightning bugs as well, making this beautiful aquatic blue aura. It says map of the island province of Atla, 25 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Presumably a map of the area, which you guys yet do not have at this time. There's potions of healing, 40 gold pieces each. One
Cool.
potion of greater healing, 80 gold pieces. Potion of hill giant strength, 50 gold pieces. Potion of climbing, 30 gold pieces. 2 flasks of holy water, 25 gold pieces each. A set of thieves' tools, 25 gold pieces. 2 ornate whetstones, like whetstones but better, 5 gold pieces each. And other than that, those look like the greatest, most prominent things on display. And he has a bunch of other smaller things that just look like various adventuring gear: shovels, torches, pitons, bunch of daggers, javelins. He has some throwing stars as well. It's pretty badass looking.
It's like, oh yes, perhaps you'll like these. And he's kind of, like very, very, very gently motioning over toward, just many wares. It seems like there's quite a catalog of things to buy, gentlemen. Does anyone have anything? Did anything spark anyone's fancy just then?
Yes. So, all right, Skeezewell, he's sort of kneeled away. He's feeling kind of crummy because he hates magic. That's not his. And as he's putting his potion into the pouch, readjusting his tightened hat, he sniffs the air, and he
Bloody hell is that?
and he turns around, and suddenly he sees the shop in a new light. And he runs to the smoke leaf display, grabbing 3 grams
Ooh,
right
okay.
away, as he's very familiar. So I'll let you do that. Do you still want to do that, or do you want me to deduct the gold?
You can deduct the gold pieces. That will be 30 gold pieces you may deduct from your gold. Gold's very valuable to you, so I will allow you to handle the transactions.
All right, so I'm at 56 now. And Skeezewell also wants to buy an ornate whetstone.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, we'll start with your. Let me start with your sweet flora, which you pinch and pocket.
It's like, oh yes, a fine choice.
And he tells you a bit about it.
Yeah, I thought I didn't need you, old man.
Oh, come now, let's not be so rude, young man. I appreciate the patronage. It's a stimulating floral herb from the northern swamps. Side effects include giggles, enjoyment of food, and a pleasant calming effect, followed by sleepiness. Be mindful not to smoke it all at once.
Skeezewell, during this speech, is already walking to the whetstone, ignoring every word.
Very meticulously. I will be adding these grams of smoke leaf at once. And a ornate whetstone it was.
Yes.
Okay, very good. That is a mere 5 gold pieces. You may deduct that at this time. And you now have a ornate whetstone.
Sick. You know what I'm gonna do with that bad boy?
Fine for sharpening, good man. A fine choice.
Should Skeezewell wait to start sharpening? Because Skeezewell wants to start sharpening right away.
You can get started now. Yeah. What would you like to sharpen? As everyone else is shopping, it's a good time.
Skeezewell
Really.
sharpening those. So I have 6 javelins. How long would it take to sharpen 6 javelins? Should I roll something for that?
Ooh. I would have you roll a. Ooh. Let's see. What would I like to have you roll for sharpening javelins in a timely manner? I would say sleight of hand. This can be another sleight of hand for you.
Okay.
How well and how fast? Oof, it's up to you. You can get this done in 15 minutes, but it's going to be a bit of a hack job. Or you can spend, the 45 minutes properly and get it done right. It's up to you. Unfortunately, fast and thorough is not possible.
I guess my question would be, do I have 45 minutes? Are we doing that?
Well, it's up to the party. Seems like everyone's kind of entranced in the shopping sphere right now. Is that true? Does anyone have the
Yeah.
I probably want to take a short
still
rest
need to
right
show
now
up.
anyway after that battle.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Needed to do a hit die.
Okay. All right. Well, we won't begin the short rest right now because
Right.
some people are shopping and some people are doing other shit. But
Yeah.
For sure.
sounds good to me.
If that's the case, though, I will wait till the short rest to begin sharpening. Skeezewell
That's fine.
will
Okay.
will take a moment to realize it would be a hack job, so he's going to put the whetstone away.
Yeah, you're just feeling a bit frantic at this time. You didn't expect, market trading to be occurring at this time.
Hold on, hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
bloody whetstone. Oh, let me get started sharpening right away.
So Skeezewell starts, and then he realizes,
Oh, fucking. Been a while, boys. This isn't a.
and then he quietly puts it away while the others are concerned with their shopping.
All right. Excellent. Very good. Everyone else, does anything strike anyone?
Yeah.
Who's up next?
Ulzgud would like to put his great axe on the table and ask kind of a price with this fetch.
Oh! Carefully, carefully. Oh, wow. Impressive. I'd give you a fine 25 gold for that, fine sir. If that sounds good to you.
Ulzgud still on guard, not really happy with what he saw with his perception check. Just says, "Give me the thieves' tools instead."
Very well. Very well, Grey Master. It shall be yours.
And you reach into the display case, and it's odd. It kind of feels like you're reaching into water. There's this cool sensation, and then you quickly grab this fine leather satchel looking, folded up toolkit from which you know to contain the fine tools known as thieves' tools, and withdraw it. And as such, you are deducted 25 gold pieces from your inventory. Master Bone-Breaker, you may deduct 25 gold from your gold count at this time.
Can let's make? Didn't we make the trade? The great axe for it.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, very good. So be it. The great axe for the thieves tools.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clagone will offer the old man a singular spell scroll of identification.
Oh
See
shit.
how much we can get from that.
Okay, very interesting. You can see as he kind of looks it over.
20 gold. I'll give you 20 gold pieces for it.
Be willing to trade. Do you do store credit?
I suppose, in a way. What interests you, young master?
How much for the map of Atla?
You
Just over yonder.
and you look over on the display case. It says 25 gold pieces for the map.
And how much for your potion of climbing?
And he motions back over yonder toward the other display case, gaining your attention toward it. And you're like, oh shit, right? And you look down, and it's 30 gold pieces. It says for the potion of climbing. Let's see, Master Bone-Breaker, you get your fine set of thieves' tools. They look quite good. Do you check them over?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. I had a funny feeling you may want to. You check them over. They look good. They look. It looks like a mint condition set of thieving tools.
Very nice.
Everything you need to pick, from easy to medium to maybe some hard difficulty locks that are in here, and a spare or two of each tool as well.
Nice.
Not too bad.
I will throw in an old rusty dagger I have with the spell scroll identify for a potion of climbing and a map and 33 gold pieces.
Well, I like some of what you've given me, son, but the little rusted junk isn't of much use to me, I'm afraid.
What else were you trading for? The identify scroll he'll definitely take. He has no problem taking that.
All right, I'll let you drive a hard bargain, but I'll trade you the spell scroll for the map
Hmm.
and 5 gold pieces.
Very good, young master. It is so.
And he reaches out what you can see now to be a skeletal hand,
Oh,
expectingly awaiting for you to place the scroll into it.
Come now, don't be afraid.
Blast. I'll hand him the spell scroll.
Appreciate it. And do keep your amulet on the low side, will you?
You kind of gestures over toward your triangular amulet around your neck of Julianos, one of the 9 divines. Takes the scroll and pockets it, and you can deduct 5 gold from your gold pool, Master Clagone,
Done so.
as you reach in and pull out a map of the island province of Atla. And I will go ahead and add that to your inventory right now. If you'd like to take a look at the map, you certainly may. And anyone who's hanging out near Clagone, you guys can also check out the map too.
Yeah, Clagone will check out the map. He's been underground for 8 years. He's not too familiar with his surroundings.
Okay, you take off what appears to be like a bit of a tied cloth ribbon band and unfurl this beautiful parchment map of the land of Atla, which you guys really are seeing, I don't know, some of you for the first time.
wow.
And it opens up and it looks not very remarkable at first. And then the map almost begins to morph and change before you. The paper kind of wrinkles up in certain sections and extends out, jutting in almost a 3D type formula, and produces a beautiful, almost true to life parchment 3D rendition of the landscape.
Topograph.
And there is a small beacon of red light at the base of Mount Gilgamesh, which is currently where the party resides.
Damn.
Let's go. Everyone can see the map, right? I'm not goofing.
Oh yeah.
You're good.
All
Very
right.
nice.
Oh, very good. Oh, there you are. Anyone who looks around, it's a beautiful, awe-striking sight.
Wow.
Okay. Who else is buying what? Clagone, are you buying anything else?
I'm a little short on gold at the moment.
Okay. Did you deduct one of those identify spell scrolls as well?
I did, yes.
Okay, excellent. Anyone else buying anything? Doing anything?
I want to make a deal, old man.
Ah, yes.
I will show him my wares first so he can get an idea of what type of deals we can do. I'm going to pull out an average warg pelt, 4 gems, 12 pieces of scrap jewelry, 1 sapphire, 3 goblin eggs, and 2 vials of poison.
Ah. I see. What fine patronage indeed. Why? I think
And I'll even show him the bag of holding to see if he's interested in it.
Oh. I'm afraid there's little I can offer you that can amount to that, unfortunately.
Good to know. Good to know. I will tell him. What does he have left? I know he has the regular potions of healing, the greater potions of healing.
Yep, he's got 4 potions of healing, 1 potion of greater healing, 1 potion of hill giant strength, says the display cabinet. 1 more potion of climbing, and another potion of resistance, as well as 2 flasks of holy water. And he does have 1 more ornate whetstone left. There's also a slew of various adventuring gear, but it's all, more mundane, I would say, than these than these front and
Okay.
center items.
Got it. I will ask him if he knows what the strength potion does, like in actuality.
Ah, yes. Let's see. I will. He has no problem telling you. I just have to double check what the potion of Hill Giant Strength does in fact do. Let's see. The potion of Hill Giant Strength.
When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that score. But I suspect that won't be too much of a trouble for you.
And he kind of interlocks his skeletal hands that are now hanging out of his robe ever so slightly.
Interesting.
As for this lot you've brought here,
And he motions to the cavalcade of shit you put. Yeah, I mean you put up pretty much everything, didn't you? Jesus.
I still have a good amount left over, to be honest.
Alright, well, that's a bunch of like sapphire. I mean shit, that was a bunch
Most,
of like
most of my
jewelry.
random valuables, though, yeah.
Yeah. You can see he grabs one of the goblin eggs with his bony fingers and is kind of like swishing at it with his thumb and his finger.
Ah, very curious. I'll give you 130 gold pieces for the whole lot.
Including your precious vials of poison.
Including the precious vials of poison. Though I'm not afraid if you're in for a haggle, you may try your best shot.
How much was the Hill Giant Strength again?
The potion of Hill Giant Strength says it's 50 gold pieces on the display case.
Okay.
Definitely
some
one of the
math here.
higher end items.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, you guys weren't expecting a shopping episode all of a sudden, huh?
A good amount of gold. I need to get rid of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's yeah, I had the same thought.
I don't need any of this gold. Okay, so that's pretty good. How much he said he's gonna give me for all that?
130 gold pieces, he said, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'm going to.
It's just some math over here too.
Yeah, I'm calculating all of this shit. Plus 80 plus 50. Okay.
And he told you maybe he'd change his price, but you'd have to persuade him.
Oh yeah. I'll have to see how much I'm gonna have in total.
Ching.
Yep.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
after counting for much time, I have 307 gold total, including his offer. Actually, no, I have more than that. I
Woof.
mistyped.
Damn.
277, not
Woo!
177. Plus 130, I have 407.
Yikes, dude. How about all that?
That's pretty good. I will take out one of my 32 palm pistol bullets from my gun and ask if he has ever seen these before or has any to sell.
Oh, may I? And he kind of places out the palm of his skeletal hand.
I'll
Outward
kind
toward
of drop it from a few inches so I don't make any contact with his weird hand.
Kind of snatches the small ball-bearing-esque almost projectile.
I may have something like that. How much would you be willing to pay for such a thing?
Oh, from where I come from, they're pretty common. Maybe at most 5 gold in these far outstretched lands.
Make a fucking deception check.
5 gold. It's gotta be at most 5 gold.
Bullets are common where I hail from.
That's right. Very, very common.
Huh?
Ah, I see. I've been down here for some time. Perhaps I'm getting on in years. I'd be willing to give you a few of these for 8 gold pieces a pop.
And he flicks the bullet back in your direction.
I'll catch it and ask him how many he has.
I have half a dozen here. I believe fit the bill.
And he takes out a very small pouch of them and puts them on top of a nearby display case, and they kind of roll upon it, and to allow you to look at them.
And I'll look at that whetstone and see how much that costs as well.
The whetstone is 5 gold.
Okay.
That was your 32 caliber palm pistol for 8 each. If you want them. Okay.
So I might be. I'll ask him if he has any torches.
Does have
Running
torches.
low. Buy some torches.
Okay, let's see. Price of a torch. What do we got? Tools, adventuring gear, buckets, crowbars, inks, locks, magnifying glasses, pitons, pots, portable rams. A torch. It's only going to be 1 gold piece for a torch.
I'll grab 5 of them then.
Okay, very good. That is all the torches he has.
Nice.
Okay, you may add 5 torches, deduct 5 gold. What else are you getting?
So 10 plus 5. So in total, I'm going to be spending 348 gold on 4 healing potions,
Ooh.
1 greater healing potion, 1 potion of hill giant strength, a whetstone, and half a dozen 32 caliber palm pistol rounds.
God damn. Alright, I'll add the ornate whetstone. I trust you're deducting your gold accordingly.
Yep, I have to get rid of all of it in my bag of holding. I have to get rid of all my items and shit too.
Nice. I've added your ornate whetstone. Let's see, you can add your half a dozen palm pistol rounds. Actually, I guess I'll just do that. Bring you up to from 2 to 8. If I'm not mistaken.
I might need to refresh. I can't look at my bag of holding anymore. Broke it.
Classic. Let's see.
Explorer browser.
I think you've added your torches, no problem.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's the only thing I did.
So you're getting the potion of hill giant strength and all the potions of healing?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4. 4. Dude, this is fucking serious shopping trip for Mandion Gelden.
No, I'm not messing around. No goblin eggs. No gold. No jewelry.
Your 4 goblin eggs. Okay, so I've given you the 4 potions of healing. Doesn't have any more of those. Did you get the one of greater healing as well?
Nope.
Okay. You got the hill giant strength.
I have not put that in yet. But I did buy it.
Okay.
I did buy the greater healing too. Sorry if that's what you're asking.
Yes. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I haven't added it to my inventory.
Okay, no problem. I'll take care of those too.
Okay.
You have your potion of hill giant strength time now. And you'll get, very exciting. A little shopping trip.
So what does he have left in his inventory for the shopkeeper?
Right? Fucking man, you see his Mandion Gelden is just just like reaching in and grabbing from display case to display case and like piling it up in one arm. Mandion Gelden, you can just feel as the weight is like decreasing from your person further and further more. Though the bag of holding does help alleviate a lot of it. Let's see, so that's a potion of greater healing in. Hot diggity dog, Mr. Gelden.
And if anyone needs any of this stuff, feel free to ask. I'm just buying up what I know we'll need.
Okay, potion of that, potion of that. Let's see, did you get the potion of climbing as well? And the potion of resistance? Or
I did not get the potion of climbing or resistance, no.
Okay, what about the holy water? Did you get any of that?
I did not get any of the holy water.
Okay, you got the whetstone, that was the last whetstone.
Yep.
That's also in there. Anything else I'm missing? You got the 5 torches, you added those.
I get greater healings there, 5 torches. The rounds you added, yep.
Yep.
Hill giant strength there. I think that's it.
Okay. let's see. In the display cases, notable items left. There is. Let's see. Time for some more math here, real quick. Oh, there is. Goodness. There is plenty of smoke leaf left. That is for sure.
Ooh.
There's 25 grams of smoke leaf left for sale. There's 2 flasks of holy water for sale, and a potion of climbing and potion of resistance for sale. And there's also like pitons for climbing, shovels, bed rolls, bunch of various other miscellaneous adventuring gear. If anyone's looking for anything else in particular.
Ulzgud demands to know where the scrolls and tomes are at.
Oh, forgive me. I had a wizard come through here not long ago who purchased them all.
What kind of wizard?
Big dark folk. The type who's running this lot nowadays. I'm sure you've come across him. I'm surprised you've made it this far. He's just up ahead, truth be told.
Ulzgud wants to know how much will you buy a javelin for?
Javelin's not much use to me, son. 5 gold is all I can spare for something like that.
Okay.
Oh, did he buy all that shit from you, Mandion Gelden, for 130 gold? That
Oh yeah,
happened?
that includes the trade in. Yeah.
That was real life.
Oh yeah, I traded all that in.
Okay.
I deleted all that from my bag.
So, well, okay. I have to take that into account for his fucking his new balance.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Just so you know, he received 348 gold, or worth of stuff in general. Yeah.
True. Nice.
If you want to know, he actually received 277 physical gold.
Damn ill.
So
Swag. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. Put him at a nice clean 300.
yeah,
That'll work
he's
for
loaded
me.
now.
That'll work for me.
He had a good day today.
Not too bad. But still, not much need for javelins.
Well,
Anything else I can interest you in, fine masters?
Ulzgud wants to know what has he got that he's holding out on us. Gotta have something nice.
You can make a perception check. Or, I'm sorry, pardon me, a persuasion check if you want to try to, egg him on for some kind of, like, back room
Yeah.
something or other to see if he'll budge. Unfortunate.
I don't know what you mean. Master Orc, there's nothing but what you see before you here.
He turns down any such notion. Anyone else want to purchase anything from Mordechiko before we begin our short rest here?
I'm okay.
Okay, all right. You guys scramble your items and head over yonder.
Thank you for your patronage, gentlemen.
And Mordechiko's kiosk does not leave or go anywhere. He just kind of stands there looking at you guys from behind the stall. as you guys find a decent small place to start making a camp here.
Yeah, he'll watch over us while we rest. It's fine.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have a hard time sleeping.
Our hour short rest is beginning at this time, gentlemen. Who wants to do what for this hour-long period of resting?
I will.
Master Clagone, what is going on?
Harness divine power by
Goodness.
reading from my notes of Julianos and making prayers.
Oh, what does that do? Oh, you
I
regain
can
one extended
regain
spell slot. Oh
one
shit.
spell slot.
Oh damn. Okay, cool. Damn. Sweet. Make sure you do such a thing. That's ill. Cool. Damn. How many times you can do that?
Just once right now until I get another
Huh.
channeled
Oh yeah,
divinity.
sick. Ill. Damn. Well, make sure you deduct your channel divinity, as it's been used on regaining a spell slot.
Yes, sir.
Master Gelden, did you have...
Yeah, I'm gonna dismount my armor and see if I can do any repairs on it.
Ooh, okay. Very good. Very good.
See if it needs it.
Okay. You can go about the process of dismounting from your armor. Does anyone care to assist Mandion Gelden?
I'm gonna struggle out on my own.
Damn.
I will struggle out of the suit on my own.
Damn, very good. You go through the process, taking a bit longer without the assistance of any compatriot. They must be absorbed in their material possessions that they've newly found. Would this be the thing that drives the party apart? Finally, at last.
It must be.
Skeezewell, Binbag, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. What are you guys up to? Oh, Mandion, you can make an investigation check to go about checking out your armor frame.
Very good.
Yes, at this time, I would like to sharpen my javelins, all 6 of them.
Okay, very good.
The other thing I'd like to mention at this time, I had something to say. I would have liked to help Mandy and Gelden too.
Okay. Oh, excellent.
If that's
Okay.
still possible.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Just
very
give him
happy.
some time.
Okay, he's very happy for such a thing.
Also, I'm going to feed the bird, so I'm just going to deduct a ration for that. And
Okay.
then at the end of this short rest, I will.
I think you already deducted half a ration for the day for the creature.
I'm still going to eat one too, so just kind of add the next half or whatever makes
Oh,
sense.
okay. So be it. Very good. I'll leave it up to you. And you're doing your javelins as well.
Yeah, should I change those now?
I'll have you make a sleight of hand
Okay.
to go about it. You know, just a general check. Ooh, what? Hot dog, am I glad I did. Boy, howdy, can you add those now?
Yeah, I'm going to add them now.
And I think they're even juicier. Yeah, they're even juicier than normal. Not only because of your crit, but thanks to the ornate whetstone. These do +2 piercing damage instead of just +1, as the normal sharpened javelins do. You're, you basically have, like, very sharp javelins.
Okay. Is that something we can set up? Well, we'll have plenty of
I've done
time,
it.
but,
I've done it.
You've already done it.
I've done it as well. You can, let's see. Yep. I'm going to replace all 6 of your javelins you have now with 6 sharp
Thank you.
javelins.
Appreciate that.
Just like that. Just like that, my friend.
So
Okay.
yeah, in between doing that, Skeezewell's comforting the bird, talking to compatriots, doing his short rest thing. I'm
okay.
gonna use 2 hit die as well, if that's possible.
You have hit die to use? Excellent. Oh yeah, spending the night in Quake. Yeah, you didn't have any earlier, and you spent the night without being able to use any. So yeah, you can use 2 hit die during this hour-long interval to regain
What's
some
that,
goddamn
just,
health.
2d6.
Yeah, you can actually just click on the hit die thing as well, and it will roll them for you and add whatever bonuses should be added. I think your it adds your Constitution modifier on top, so you regain 4 + 7 HP right there. Ba-boom. Nice. Ba-boomba. Let's see, Mandy and Gelden, we're all set with you for right this second. I'll get to your armor repairs in due time. I should do that right now. Check it out. You do have some nicks and scratches, though everything seems to be in pretty much working order. No serious flaws or handicaps, aside from the obvious points where you had to glean off a bit of armor to make the suit a bit more agile and lighter. It's really going to be hard to get around those. That's more of a design thing that needs some time in the drawing board to come up with a change for that. But other than that, which is again not damage, it's looking really not too bad at all. Not too bad at all.
Cool. Okay. I am going to change the armor model back to Guardian.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Here.
I will entrust in you to make all the changes or whatever desired. I don't think really. There's too
Not too
much you have to
much.
do. Yeah,
Nope.
because
Pretty simple.
we've got a nice smooth system around here. Master
Pretty
Clagone
straightforward.
and Master Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. During this hour-long resting interval, what are you guys up to?
Clagone's gonna lay on hands for 5 hit points
Oh, okay. To yourself.
to myself.
Okay, you can deduct 5 from your way on hand pool and add 5 to your HP, just like that.
And then he's going to sheathe his sword and set his shield by his side and whip out his Book of Julianos and pray for the hour-long rest.
Okay, very good. Do you have any hit die you'd like to expend or anything like that?
I do not. Oh, I mean, I have hit die, but I don't want to expend them at this
Okay,
moment.
hey, very, very good. So be it. Clagone Brolin goes about reading a book. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
So this is an hour-long rest, so like a short rest. So
Yes.
can I use a hit dice?
You can. You most certainly can, my friend.
I will also.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to use them can. Just make sure you're keeping track of them and deducting them as you use them. Oof.
Well, I'm out.
Actually, I changed my mind. Clagone will use a hit die.
Okay, all right, yeah.
The more, the merrier.
Yeah. Okay, so you regain 10 HP, Ulzgud, 3 HP for you, Mandion, and 8 HP for you, Clagone. Not too bad. Not too bad. You guys can add that all and deduct 1 hit dice from your hit dice pool, as Master Bone-Breaker has done, and Mr. Skeezewell, and maybe Clagone. I don't remember how many you had.
It is done.
And you, Mandion. Excellent work. Okay, yeah. You guys spend the hour going by. Any conversations in particular anyone want to have with anyone before we head past this hour-long interval?
Can I have a conversation with Julianos?
I'll let you make a religion check to see if 14, not too bad. You feel the gusto to continue moving on and answering these questions, and you are very eager, Clagone, to see what your grand discovery means for the events that are to unfold. You're not sure logically where this path will lead. And that's all you got.
Thank you, Julianos.
That's all you got.
Amen.
Okay.
Mandion Gelden is quieter than normal, and he's just focused on his work, clearly in deep thought.
Okay, so be it.
Much has happened. He has to reflect on.
Alright, as it is, the hour comes and goes. Passing by, everyone's pretty much gone about what they've wanted to accomplish successfully, and you guys are ready to push forth. You guys are ready to push on in.
Nice. Yeah, before we leave, I definitely want to speak to the shopkeeper again.
Sure, yeah.
Go through his more mundane wares. I want to see if he has any scrap metal, screws, fittings, stuff like that that I may find useful later on.
Let's see. He doesn't really have any miscellaneous junk, unfortunately.
Okay.
The only kind of, he has like shovels and, little metal knickknacks and that kind of thing, but it's stuff that would be, hard to
Right.
repurpose, kind of things.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
And he's
You
just
never
kind
know.
of,
You need some junk.
as far as you can tell, he hasn't moved an inch from where you left him, and he's just kind of standing there, clad in those dark robes. But he is happy to see you, and but disappointed that he can't get any more money out of you. It seems.
He got almost all my money out of me.
Yeah, no shit. And with that, you guys ready to continue pushing on?
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't know how much longer you guys have, but if we can get a lot done in this half hour, you guys will be done with the tutorial dungeon.
I'm down.
Okay, all right.
I hate to be a bother. I can read.
It's how it falls. It's how it falls.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think unless there's anything anyone wanted to leave off on for this short rest, I think we'll probably break there. Break there for the
Yeah.
evening. Anything from anyone?
When's our next level up?
Ooh, that is a good question.